Hello, and welcome to my channel, Surviving the Narcissist. The purpose of this channel is to help you move from being a victim to a survivor, a thriver, and an overcomer over narcissistic abuse. And I examine narcissism from a personal, I'm a narcissistic abuse overcomer, professional, and spiritual perspective. This week, we're going to look at what is a target. Because if you are a victim or wherever you are in your process of narcissistic abuse, whether you are just learning about it, you're a victim, you're a survivor, or you're a thriver, or you're an overcomer, you're further along in your recovery and healing from narcissistic abuse, you were targeted. So I'm going to use this working definition of target. So the target, which is what we are or were, has been picked. And the narcissist has trained your entire family by example of how to treat you. So your abuse was started by one person, but other people were trained by that narcissist to treat you, how to treat you or mistreat you. Once we have been labeled as the target or the bad one, the black sheep, the outcast, you are fair game for your siblings, if you're married, spouses, other relatives, and even family friends to be picked on. So you are the it person. You're the scapegoat, and you are the target. So we're also going to look at what is it that caused you, or what qualities that you possess that cause you to be the target, or what narcissists look for in a target. So one of the things that they look for is you're a very caring person and you're a nurturer. You're a people pleaser. The ideal target loves to take care of people. You're nurturing, you're mothering, you love family, you love friends. Another trait that people look for, narcissists look for when they choose their targets, is that you're a very forgiving person. So that's why narcissists tend to, you find a lot of them in churches. Because if you are trying to live spiritual principles or Christian values, one thing is being caring, turning the other cheek, helping other people, being charitable. And those are all the traits that narcissists like to use and to exploit. So if a narcissist does things to you, which they will, it's not does, they will do. So if you say, well, I caught you lying, well, you'll just forgive them. You're on the potter's wheel. You're a work in process. So they like people that are very forgiving, susceptible to gaslighting, because you'll accept the blame for their behavior. So if you catch them doing something, well, I thought you want to hold them accountable. Well, I thought you said that I gave you resources to try to find a job or housing. And then instead of saying, well, instead of doing that, I did something else. Well, then instead of you holding them accountable, then you might take the blame. Well, maybe I should have helped you more, or maybe I should have done this. So they like people that will take the blame and not hold them accountable for their behavior, because narcissists don't have any boundaries. So they look for targets that don't set boundaries or maintain boundaries. And the purpose of this is that, so like I said, that they can use it as a tool of manipulation and transfer the blame and the accountability onto you. They also target people that have past trauma. So if they know that you came out of an abusive childhood, an abusive marriage, um, was bullied in school, they know that that was trauma. And so what they do is they pretend like, well, I want to help you. I know that you had a bad childhood, but I'm going to make it up to you. I'm sorry that you had that childhood. I'm going to be the mother you never had. I'm going to be the father that you never had. I'm going to make it up to you. And so the goal is to make you dependent and thankful and grateful. You don't appreciate anything I did from you. I took you out of a hole, and now you weren't used to anything. So it's to be able to abuse you and to make you dependent on them so that you won't leave. So their goal is not to make you independent and to help you heal. It's to use your history of trauma against you. They like people that avoid confrontation, because narcissists, they love drama. They're addicted to excitement. They'll make drama out of anything. So therefore, they never accept responsibility for their behavior. So if you say, well, what's the big deal? Why are you making a issue out of this? Why are you so petty? Well, that's their personality. So if you are the same as they are, as far as you like high drama, everything's a competition, um, then they can't control and manipulate you. So they need someone that when they sit there and create all that drama, you might go along with it. Or in my case, I didn't like confrontation. So I'll just agree with you to get you to shut up. So they like people like that. Um, they want people, because to them, when you agree, it's like you're taking responsibility or you're co-signing on their behavior. But eventually, because you don't like confrontation, they will make the target feel like everything is their fault. And what that does is it's a strategy where it's a distraction, because they are the ones that are initiating the behavior. But because you don't like confrontation, they make it seem like, well, I only act that way because of you. Because I did something and all you said is that I don't like to argue. Well, that makes me mad. Why you don't like to argue? Why you so weak? Why you so soft? So they will turn it around on you where it's them, but it's never them. It's always you. Another thing that they look for in targets is that you're very appreciative. You're kind, you're loving, you're loyal, because these are traits that they can manipulate. So, as usual, you have to set boundaries. And also, you need to look at things that are going on in you. Is it low self-esteem? Because if you have a history of trauma, it's natural to have low self-esteem. It's natural to be starved for love and affection and attention because you didn't get it when you were growing up. Or, if you're coming out of an abusive relationship, you didn't get that. But you have to realize these are the things that make you vulnerable to become a target. And in addition, if you had an abusive childhood, abuse is normal. So you may feel more comfortable being abused, or it's normalized. You think abuse is normal. So this video, we did focus on target, being a target. And we're going to continue to look at some of these behaviors because if you were a target or bullied as a child, if you don't stop that cycle, it'll be like a cycle of abuse. And you'll be the target on your job. You'll be a target on your relationship. You'll be a target when you go to churches. And you'll always have that role as being the target. But as you move from being a victim to a survivor and a thriver and an overcomer, you no longer have to be a victim to anyone. And until next time, be blessed, be safe.